Hey there, this is HanDIYman 007 and welcome back to another DIY video. Today, we upgraded a simple Sari-Sari store product price list to be bigger, heat-resistant, wind-resistant, and water-resistant. Let's see how it's holding up under this rain. Whoa! Did you know that there is an estimated 800,000 Sari-Sari stores or variety stores in the Philippines and hold a substantial portion of the country's retail market? Who would have thought that a small neighborhood retail shop that usually carries basic goods such as canned food, instant noodles, coffee, soda, and other things that Filipinos get on a daily basis is actually a major contributor to the country's GDP? If managed properly, a Sari-Sari store, or commonly called tindahan, can be a lucrative source of income. It can average a net profit margin of 10 to 20%. But it's not for everyone, and many Sari-Sari stores have come and gone over the years. But for the ones that do stay and succeed, they have some things in common. They set prices carefully, have a healthy relationship with their suppliers, keep an eye on revenues and expenses, preserve the quality of their goods, adapt to their customers' buying habits, and therefore know the right merchandise to stock, and of course have a good location. And all merchandise should be displayed and cleverly organized into a cramped space for customers to see. Now, this Sari-Sari store has stood here for more than 20 years and has practically become an institution in our neighborhood. It is owned by our very good neighbor and friend who we have known for 30 years. Recently, she has added to her food merchandise various ready-to-cook dishes, or what Filipinos call ulam. But the products need to be kept frozen and therefore cannot actually be displayed in the store. And to make customers aware that she sells these, she has this simple product list. But it's so small and unassuming that it might as well be a hidden product list. People passing by would barely even notice it while walking up or down the road. To see it, you would literally have to move nearer to the Sari-Sari store, go up the steps, and look closely, very closely. So today, we're gonna do something about this hidden list and make it very prominent. A big, catchy list will definitely make everyone aware that they don't always need to go outside the neighborhood to buy a decent meal.
Hey there, this is HanDIYman 007, and if we're just meeting for the first time, hello! And my passion is building, fixing, and improving all sorts of stuff at home for my family, and sharing with you what I have learned from experience and from others.
A good strategy is to bring this list out in the open and set it against this wall, for example. So even if we step back and walk down the road, it's gonna be pretty obvious that there's an interesting sign against that wall. Yep, this wall is the perfect spot, or even this other wall right here. So now we're asking the owner to surrender her list. The thing is, we're not just gonna replace this, we're gonna upgrade it. To do that, I'm gonna need my laptop. So let me turn this on and fire up my word processor. Given the outdoor conditions, our new list must be bold and the lettering very readable. Of course, it should also be bigger than the old one. Obviously, it should be resistant to sunlight, not easily blown away, and resistant to rain. Finally, it should answer common customer questions just by reading it. Keeping these design considerations in mind, we begin creating a table, which is the best way to organize elements of a list. Then, we simply copy the old list but sort the items alphabetically. Now, we start organizing with column headings. From afar, the color red attracts human eyes the most. So we're gonna make our letters red. Using high contrast colors also helps make the list even more readable. Okay, let's see how it looks like from afar. Good. But we need more spaces in between. One last check. Perfect. Let me save this file on a flash drive and let's go to a place to finish this up. Okay, so we're out here to have our list printed in a computer rental station. And the secret sauce to make paper heat and water resistant is to have it laminated. A great technique to have the lamination film really bind and create a perfect vacuum is to pass it through the lamination machine 2 to 3 times. Now, this list is probably going to last longer than you and me. Thank you, Ate, for helping us. Now, we're going to join these 2 pages with zip ties. We start by overlapping them and punching a hole on either side. By the way, if you're curious how much we have spent for printing and lamination, here it is. Next, we punch a hole on both sides of the top page near the corners. Now I found this old chain lying around which would serve perfectly as our hanger. Finally, we cut the excess chain off with a pair of pliers and cutters. Let's go! Oh, and what about the old list? Nothing else to do with it except this. Since I recently installed a wireless doorbell on the left wall, we're gonna hang our product list on this other wall. Besides, this wall is wider than our list, which is great. Let me mark where I'm gonna drill. And start drilling. Hanging the list on the wall with hooks instead of sticking it makes it easy for the owner to take down the list whenever she needs to make changes to her products and prices. Now, this upgraded list does not only allow the owner to list down her items, but also informs customers of the serving size, price, and even includes a tick box to indicate whether or not an item is available. It also has blank spaces at the bottom for new products in the future. Our official hanging ceremony. What do you think? Does this new list command more attention than the old one, near or far? If you are an interested customer who's looking for a ready-to-cook meal, does it answer your potential questions without ringing the doorbell to ask the owner herself? Just a few minutes after the owner hanged this list, some of the neighbors were already stopping to read and buying. Then a couple of hours later, it began raining pretty hard. And upon inspecting, the list is still dry and ready to serve.